So I'm sure you guys have noticed all over TikTok and YouTube, sewing. And that's because of creators like Micara Tewers, Nava Rose, WithWendy, among many, many others. And I'm gonna try and put together a corset that I have seen all three of them make, but make it my own way. So if you're a history buff like Bernadette Banner, I'm sorry in advance. This is not a corset. This is definitely considered a stay, but it's not even a stay because there is no structure in this top. Absolutely no boning, no zip ties, nothing that can poke, prod, or improve my posture. And with that said, let's begin our tutorial. So I'm getting my pattern from Nava Rose's corset video. It's for free, it's there, we love that.
Thanks, Nava.
So I've taken the liberty of cutting that out already, so it is good to go. Also, side note, I don't know if this is even gonna fit me because Nava is very, very petite and I am not. So, we'll see. We love a good surprise. Besides my pattern, I have this lining fabric. I also found this very cute trim, and I have a fine selection of hand-woven Filipino fabrics. I'm gonna choose this white one because, let's face it, I'm basic, and it does have this very discreet but very chic pattern. Not to mention it matches my tape. So let's get these stripes out of here. I'm not on that level. I can't be matching up prints right now. And let's open up this fabric to find out that I don't even think I have enough. Like, this is a napkin. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is not even uncommon. I love choosing fabrics that are out of my league. I love making things more difficult for myself. Basically, I just need to make these pattern pieces fit, and it's gonna take a lot of maneuvering, a lot of strategic placements, but I'm gonna do that off camera because as you can see, there we go! Look at that! We made it fit. I pinned them all down, and everything's good to go except for this little piece right here because I ran out of pins. So, next step, cut it out. Snip, 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 snip. And there you have it, it's all cut out. Next, I have to do the exact same thing on my lining fabric, which thankfully for me, I have enough of. It's not gonna be as hard to place my pattern pieces. So just pin them down like you did on the first one and cut them out. And there you go. You should have two of every piece, one for the inside and one for the outside. Now sew them all together. Sew all your inside pieces together and sew all your outside pieces together. I started with the princess seams because I have never ever sewn a curved line, and let me tell you, this was exhilarating. To see that it actually worked out and nothing went wrong was probably the highlight of my entire month. So keep on going until all your pieces are together and you have one full lining and one full shell. So I'm actually panicking in this footage because I forgot about closures. I harvested what little fabric was left, sewed them in half, and I'm gonna then flip all of these pieces inside out so that I can use them as little loops for my lacing to go in the back of my top. You'll see later. Let's flip these inside out first, which, trust me, was a very, very stressful experience. Finally, they're all done, and now I'm ready to proceed. These are basically gonna be sewn in when I close the top, and these are gonna hold the lacing in the back that will close my shirt. So cut all of these down to size. Obviously, size them accordingly to make sure you have enough for both sides. And now that I have everything I need, I can stitch all along the edges to connect these two pieces. So there you go, the whole top edge is stitched. Now before we close the side edge, I need to pin these little noodles inside so that when I flip it inside out, they're already sewn in, everyone's sitting pretty, and my life is a little bit easier. Obviously I forgot to film this because it was too difficult, so you can use your imagination. Then when we're all done, we can flip the whole top inside out and all our edges should look pretty. And there we have our little loopies all sealed and ready to go. Very pleased with how that turned out. Look how pretty our top is. Guys, I'm honestly so proud of myself. I've never made anything with success. Now the only problem is this janky, horrible edge that's getting shorter and shorter as time goes on. Thankfully we have this trim. I'm going to use it as bias tape, measure and cut what you need, and then get distracted and sew down some channels for boning that we're not going to put in. I just want it to look like a corset, but I don't want it to feel like a corset, if that makes sense. Then when you're done with that, go ahead and stitch down one side of that tape and then fold it under and stitch the other side. So this is one side done. We're going to do the same for all of the edges. And this is what it looks like from the machine. I've sewn one side, but then you flip it and sew the other side. Yes, it is time consuming, but trust me, it is worth it. It will hide all of your imperfections and give your top a very professional, polished look. There you go. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me this week. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. I think I want to try and follow one of WithWendy's recommendations and make a bust block, pretty much like a flat measurement of my sizing, so that when I do want to make more clothes, which I do, I'll know my measurements perfect. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me this week. Please stay tuned for my next video, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Much love, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.